Today we expose the jaw-dropping hypocrisy of America's loudest anti-immigrant voices. Yes, we're diving deep into the story of Laura Loomer, the 32-year-old far-right provocateur who has the president's ear, a Pentagon pass, and apparently zero self-awareness. Because here's the kicker. Laura Loomer was born in Tucson, Arizona on May 21, 1993, and according to multiple reports, her mother was a British nurse visiting the United States on a tourist visa when Loomer was born. That's right. The woman who wants to end birthright citizenship is literally only an American citizen because of birthright citizenship. You cannot make this up. Let's be crystal clear about what we're dealing with here. Loomer has publicly argued that people whose parents weren't yet naturalized citizens when they were born are anchor babies and shouldn't qualify as natural-born citizens. She literally wrote an entire article attacking Nikki Haley for this exact situation. But here's where it gets delicious. While her father was American, her mother was not an American citizen and was on a tourist visa when Laura was born. So by her own definition, Laura Loomer would be what she loves to call an anchor baby. The very immigration policy she wants to destroy is the only reason she's here spewing this hatred in the first place. And it gets worse. Much, much worse. In July 2025, as Florida opened a new immigration detention center in the Everglades charmingly dubbed Alligator Alcatraz, Loomer posted on social media, "Alligator lives matter. The good news is alligators are guaranteed at least 65 million meals if we get started now."
Let that sink in. 65 million meals. You know what else is 65 million? The total Hispanic population of the United States as of July 2023.
When called out, Loomer claimed she was referring to illegal immigrants, insisting there are 65 million undocumented people in the U.S. But here's the thing. Pew Research found the number of immigrants illegally in the U.S. was closer to 11 million as of 2022. So either Laura Loomer is spectacularly bad at math, or she was doing exactly what everyone thinks she was doing, making a thinly veiled threat against the entire Latino population of America. She even doubled down, posting, "What's wrong with feeding the alligators?" alongside a screenshot of her original post. This isn't immigration policy. This is dehumanization at its most vile. And it's coming from someone who, I cannot stress this enough, would not be an American citizen without the very immigration policies she wants to abolish. Now you might be thinking, okay, but she's just some internet troll, right? Wrong. Dead wrong. While Loomer does not hold a formal advisory role in the White House, she is known to give advice to President Donald Trump on foreign policy and identify staff members with different ideological viewpoints than the president. In April 2025, Loomer had an Oval Office meeting with President Trump in which she argued that several of his staffers were not sufficiently committed to his agenda. Within 24 hours, the administration had fired the director and deputy director of the National Security Agency as well as staff members on the National Security Council. Let me repeat that. A conspiracy theorist with no government position, no security clearance, and no qualifications beyond being loud on the internet got multiple high-ranking national security officials fired. She has successfully lobbied Trump to fire 6 members of his National Security Council, remove 3 leaders at the National Security Agency, and end an academic appointment at West Point. An Atlantic staff writer compared her to Joseph McCarthy, and Loomer apparently loves the comparison. And it's not just national security. After Loomer lobbied on social media, the State Department suspended all visitor visas for Palestinians from Gaza, including for injured children seeking medical care. 11 children in total were evacuated, the largest medical evacuation of injured children from Gaza to the U.S. These were children with third-degree burns, children who lost their entire families, children seeking life-saving treatment. And Loomer got their visa suspended because she called it a national security threat. So who is this person with so much power? Loomer has described herself as being pro-white nationalist and a proud Islamophobe, repeatedly making racist and anti-Muslim statements in public settings. She has gained notoriety as a result of being banned from numerous social media platforms, including Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, payment processors, vehicles for hire, and food delivery mobile apps for various reasons, including violating policies on hate speech and posting misinformation. Loomer's parents divorced when she was 11 years old, and one of her 2 younger brothers was involved in an incident in which he violently attacked their mother.
Her father, a rheumatologist, was granted custody and sent Loomer to the Orm School, a boarding school north of Phoenix.
She ran for Congress twice, in 2020 and 2022, and lost both times. But failure at the ballot box didn't stop her. She simply found another route to power: Trump's phone number. Here's why this matters. It's not just about one hypocrite. It's about what she represents. Laura Loomer is the living embodiment of the "I got mine, screw you" mentality that has infected our immigration debate. She benefited from birthright citizenship, from the very immigration system she now wants to tear apart. And now she's using her platform and her access to the President of the United States to ensure that others don't get the same opportunities she had. Right now, there's an unusual situation in which people in any government department can tip Loomer off about someone they feel is a danger to the president. And if she puts it out, very often that person should worry about their job. She has created a climate of fear in the federal government based on conspiracy theories, guilt by association, and loyalty tests that would make McCarthyism blush. So the next time Laura Loomer tweets about anchor babies or suggests feeding immigrants to alligators, remember this: she is only able to do so because of the immigration policies she wants to destroy. She is the anchor baby. She is the beneficiary of the system she's trying to dismantle. The hypocrisy isn't just stunning, it's dangerous. Because when someone with this much influence over the President of the United States can advocate for feeding 65 million people to alligators without consequence, we're not just talking about hypocrisy anymore. We're talking about the normalization of genocidal rhetoric. We're talking about policy being shaped by someone who thinks dehumanization is just another Tuesday.
Laura Loomer owes her entire American existence to the immigration system. And now she wants to pull up the ladder behind her. That's not America first. That's Laura first. And it's the ugliest kind of hypocrisy there is.
Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button, share this video, and let's keep exposing the hypocrites who want rules for thee, but not for me.